Hello, nerds, and welcome to Four Nerds Gaming. You're on with Happy Bandit.
And Keelan.
And some of you may... Oh, this is the Sharpshooter on the road to commit. That one's funny. But some of you may or may not know this, but Keelan really likes PlayStation.
Oh,
I don't know if you've heard this or not. I may be breaking news. But, and, you know, I mean... rumor mills are going around, and I'd say they're strong enough that it's I wouldn't say it's a foregone conclusion, but I think it's probably pretty solid that we're going to see a new PlayStation probably. I don't know. Do you think by the end of this year or early next year?
I don't know. Usually they do a Christmas launch, so if it's not this year, it'll be 2015. So I mean, not 2014. Sorry, but yeah. I mean, I don't know. This is starting the early stage where you're just starting to get hints of what it could possibly be. And who knows how much of it's BS? You know, last time they had for the PS3, they had all kinds of crazy pictures, supposed to be leaked that were complete bullcrap.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know if they were just concept designs that somebody actually had considered, but they were nothing like what the thing looked like in the finale. I'm glad they didn't keep that stupid controller, that Batwing-looking controller they were talking about doing.
Now, speaking of controllers, and there were a few other things we talked about a second ago we'll get to, but I saw a really interesting controller. Apparently, Sony has actually gotten a patent on it. Now, of course, getting a patent and being the final version, there's a lot of differences between that, but it was a controller that actually broke in half. It would snap together and then come apart in half, and it had the I don't know, the little move nodes on them, so that it would be both the regular controller and the move controller all together.
Huh.
And that controller, it looked like sketches I'd seen, and of course, who knows if that's somebody just throwing together an idea. It looked like the regular controller with those little nodes tacked onto them, and it just, jeez.
Wow.
I was screwed there. I don't know. It looked a little ridiculous to me. I don't know. Have you heard, is the move really that... Is it taking off like they would have wanted it to?
I haven't heard, but I would assume no. I think the biggest problem they have is titles that support it well. I mean, I don't know. I think the technology is there. They've got something that nobody else has, which is the perfect combination of the motion capture with the little ball. Same thing that motion capture uses. It's got a camera that can track that ball, and it not only can tell in position in X, Y, but also with the motion, motion controller in it, it can determine exactly where it is in E3D space. So it's not just as simple of, up and down, left and right. You've got a whole three-dimensional space there. You can take this thing and twist it any direction, and it knows exactly where it's facing, and it's really accurate. But nobody makes a single... I mean, there's a couple of good titles here and there, but most of the time they just try to take a game and try to make a regular game and say, well, we'll just throw motion controls in there at the end. It's not really well done. And it takes a special kind of game for that. I mean, them putting those games into first-person shooters, it just blows. There's nobody's going to take that thing, go into Call of Duty or any other game with a motion controller and do any good at all.
So the other controller idea that I've heard getting thrown around is basically, it's they're taking a page out of Nintendo's book and putting a screen in the controller, making it basically the Vita, with the
cross-platform play,
all the little aspects of the Vita, with the touch on the back, and the screen on the front, and actual touch screen functionality of some, and there's been, people have photoshopped thoughts of it together, but that seems like a better option to me, because I mean, the Wii U is really taken off, I think, and people love the thing where you can, the TV can be on something completely different, and you can play a game on the Wii U.
You can essentially do that on the Vita too. You can have the cross-platform play I was talking about, where you can continue a game on your Vita that you're playing on the PlayStation and vice versa. You can be playing a game remotely somewhere online, pause the game, turn on the PlayStation, and continue the game right there, right where you left off. And
that's cool.
It's not really. It basically just keeps your saved game and all that information and just transfers it over to the other thing. But like they've had on the PSP, they've had that for a while, where there's some games you can actually you link with your PlayStation, it'll turn it on, and you're playing on your PlayStation remotely. So you're accessing all your games on there, and it's not obviously you can put any game on there because some games don't support that, that the graphic load and all that it's going to have. But I tell you, I don't mind that. I think it's a cool idea, but I hope they don't go to the point. The one thing I don't like about the Wii U is that the controller is a freaking expensive piece of equipment, and if you don't want to do that, you want to play a normal game like we're playing now. I don't want to have to buy a $300 freaking controller to expand.
That's true.
That's crazy.
So a few other things. Oh, by the way, I won a game.
Yay!
It's been a while since I've outright won a game, but anyway, other specs I've heard on it is 8 gigs of RAM, which when all you're running is a game, that's good.
These things are not like computers. They are streamlined to do exactly what they're meant to do, and that's why they can do that. Such low specs on those and be just fine. I mean, a PC is doing all kinds of stuff in the background that needs more memory for.
Rumor is, and I mean, you know how rumors go, is that they had planned on 4, and then somebody said that the new Xbox was going to have 8, so they added more. Who knows if that's true or not.
I'll bet the Xbox comes out with theirs first.
But
they're probably.
I've heard that too. I've heard that the spokesman or the president of Sony has said that they're going to let Microsoft announce their thing first.
They're behind though.
And a lot of people are saying, well, they're going to let them do that because they're not ready.
Well, yeah, they're. You think about the difference between the 360 and the PS3. Really, the PS3, as far as raw processing power and media storage, things like that, it does beat the Xbox.
Yeah.
So, because it released after the 360 did. I don't know how, maybe a year or two after the 360. So they had, whenever Xbox was out, there was no HD capacity disc. They did. I think they did. They did something with that. Was the other format besides Blu-ray?
The HD DVD.
Yeah, HD DVD. They did some kind of expansion with that, didn't they?
Yeah, they had a drive, but I mean, it didn't take off. And then, of course, Sony won the HD war with.
Thanks to porn.
Yeah, that's a different topic. But yes, you are correct.
I think they're going to be very, very similar in their powers this time. Last time, like I said, the 360 and the PS3 are quite a bit different in their processing power and all that, but it looks like the 360 and the PS4 will be closer together in their release times, at least. So the technology between the two may not be very much different. I mean, as far as the hardware, processing power, all that. There's not really not a lot out there right now that's...
Yeah, again, this is all going on information, and I got to give credit where credit is due. A lot of this I've heard from a very popular YouTuber named Woody's Gamertag, and so he was saying that as far as the video card and video processing and whatnot, that it's basically going to have the equivalent of a top-of-the-line PC video
Wow.
card at its release.
Wow.
And so,
Let's see. I don't know if you know or not, but if you go buy a top of the line video card for PC right now, you're spending over $1,000
Yeah.
just for the card. So of course, they're integrating all that. I don't know.
but in consoles, we certainly don't want to get into the PC versus console war.
I don't consider. See, I don't think there should be a war because it's a completely different thing. It's like
Yeah.
apples and oranges.
Well,
there, you know?
yeah. I mean, just which is better? Well, obviously, PC is better because you can constantly keep that thing fresh, keep it up to date, if you have the money,
Yeah.
which is the thing.
And developers can take advantage of newer stuff that comes out every month. I mean, there's new hardware coming out all the time. A new game comes out, you can take advantage of the new stuff that's coming out. A console stuck to one format for
Yeah.
a long
Oh,
period of time.
whoa! I thought that guy was dead.
So all they're really doing is just fine-tuning their own software and not really being able to take advantage of any kind of new hardware that's available. So, plus all the plethora of input devices, keyboards, and mice that are, there's so many other options you can do.
Yeah.
So anyway, there's no comparison. It's stupid to really even try to compare it. It's a totally different kind of gaming experience. It's like comparing a board game with a console game. It's not the same thing.
Yeah. So there he is. There's the definitive answer for.
Yeah, shouldn't be an argument.
But anyway, the point that started all that was that at their release, consoles are equivalent to a gaming PC at the time. Now, obviously, PCs do a whole lot more, have a lot more potential power for things because they're doing a lot more.
Uh-huh.
But then again, the way technology works right now is things go out of date so quick that what's cutting edge now is okay. That guy was way too far away. What's cutting edge now is not even going to be a thing in a year or two.
And I think that they're going to have a lot more competition this time around, too, because all the rumors going around between the Google systems coming out and there's a couple other systems there. It's becoming where it's not going to be the big three anymore.
Dadgummit.
I think it may be the big 5 or 6 systems that are all competing. So
Yeah, there's the
Time's almost up.
that Google system that we were talking about. I haven't heard a whole lot about that. Are you talking about the? I'm lost.
I don't know how to
Oh,
pronounce
the
it.
Ouya.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, there's that one. Valve has the Steam box that's
Uh-huh.
coming out.
Which could be, I tell you what, they may get more PC gamers in that than, because Valve is way more.
Yeah.
Most console people don't know what Valve even is if you never played any PC games. So
But anyway, so lots of things going on.
2 in a row.
Yeah, feeling good. All right. Well, sorry that emblem makes me laugh. He put a lot of work into that. But anyway, that's going to be it for this episode. So join us next time on 4 Nerds Gaming.
See ya.